Okay, the kingdom of the beast is going to clearly prosper. Um, and so that means that it won't be poor is not why people are going to have trouble getting food. Why there's going to be a famine basically for the Christians is because they're not going to have taken the mark to buy and sell. So they won't be allowed to buy and sell, which indicates food is going to be sold. It indicates it is not going to be traded. Um, but because to be traded, it has to sit on their cargo ships, and that's how they, magically or whatever provide food for so many people is they get your nutrition from, like, let's say you got bananas and from South America, and then you got oranges from Florida, and you got oranges from Texas, and you got different foods mixing around that show up at your grocery store for you magically, because they do a lot of transport, buying and selling, to get it there, which is why when you go in, you're going to have to buy it, buy or sell it. Um, and I do think they're probably going to ban people that can't buy and sell. I think they already are, like homeless people and stuff are probably banned from walking around in the stores most of the time, unless it's like freezing or super hot or something like that. But anyway, yeah, it's not going to be poor. It seems like it's going to be poor when they say a measure of wheat for a penny and three measures of barley for a penny, and see that thou hurt not the oil and the wine. It indicates that they're going to be poor. Right there, you think that everybody's going to be poor. No, there's going to be worldwide food. From what I can tell, they're going to be sharing, and of course, the West is going to do better, because there is going to be famine in parts of the, like, South Africa, I think, Africa, I think. Um, but it's basically it's gonna be maybe what it is, maybe better, where Africa gets more food because of transport. But I think that something's gonna happen, where they don't allow Christians in, even in Africa and parts like that. How you could probably barter your way to food. You're not going to be able to, because it's going to be against the law, probably, to barter your goods too. Um, I'm looking for that to go into effect at some point. Somebody to make up a law regarding that, about trading and bartering and whatnot. But I think they're going to have their hands all over the food. They're going to basically know that they're starving Christians to death and not care. But anyway, yeah, the world is not going to be poor at this point in time. I believe the world is going to have money. It's just the world is going to have food and the world is going to have money, but the Christians are not going to have food and money. So they're going to be the ones that are locked up and fed corn or whatever, if you're lucky to get that. But that's just my perspective on it. I think that the world will be rich, and will be trading, um, but they're gonna have strange economic scales that kind of, like, you can't really understand. And I think even though they're going to be rich, because the Apollo prospers, his kingdom, this final kingdom with the dragon teeth and the dragon horns and all that, this final kingdom is going to prosper. It is going to be a rich kingdom. It's not going to be a poor kingdom like you see in South Africa. So I look for them to get the food to South Africa, and look for them to get the food to Africa and Mexico and all these other places, because they're constantly trying to stabilize the world, because the world has been the goal all along, is to get the world in their hands so they can root out the Christians, and they're going to be able to do that because of this darn RFID chip. Um, but and that's what I think anyway. I think that they're going to use the RFID chip for it. But anyways, uh, if you have comments, I'd love to hear them. If you think that South Africa or Africa is going to stay poor, or Mexico is going to stay poor, I'd love to hear that too.